Welcome, welcome. Thank you very much for tuning in to Just Enough Spice, where we talk about ways to strive for better. So we've decided that we want to start investing. We want to be a part of that group that is making their money work for them as opposed to working for the money. On this journey, there are things that we need to think about, before we even start this journey. We have opened our brokerage account and now we're ready to go. So let me just give you a few things that I would have in the back of my mind while investing. So the first one is considering whether or not you want to pay somebody to invest your money or if you want to invest it yourself. I think if you are watching my video that you have decided that you can possibly invest for yourself. But there is an option out there where you can go to a financial advisor who will give you an idea as to things to invest in, and they will tell you the pros and cons for investing in certain things. There is a minimal fee for that. I don't know exactly what the fee is. I know I have a financial advisor that actually does some investing for me, but I choose to be able to invest on the side as well, and that's why I do my own thing with my own brokerage account. The next thing you want to keep in the back of your mind, I've talked about this in another video, is what type of investments you'd like to do. Would you like to invest in a company that offers dividend stocks where you are paid on a quarterly basis, a share of the profits that the company makes? Or do you want to invest in a company that offers growth stocks where you're not getting paid any dividends, where the amount you invest has the potential to snowball into such an exponential way that dividends did not even make sense for you to take it? A company that offers stocks like this would be Tesla. I know anybody who invested in Tesla, say 5 years ago, are running around in a lot of money right now. And the third one is investing in exchange traded funds or ETFs. And this is basically, it's like a mutual fund or a large portfolio of securities that are traded on the stock market. And it generally can include stocks, bonds, commodities, a list of other options that are in this particular portfolio that is then traded on the stock market. Before I go any further, I do want to say that this is not supposed to be seen as financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. This is just what I do in my portfolio, and I'm just giving my opinion on YouTube. The third thing you want to do is you need to figure a way to stay committed. You want to be able to, on a consistent basis, put money aside that you're going to invest in the stock market. The third thing is staying committed. And I know I'm saying this with a smile on my face, but yes, that's how we have to feel about it. We have to be able to put money aside on a consistent basis, and we have to have almost a schedule as to when we're going to put that money aside so we stay on track. You figure out what's going to keep you consistent, but consistency is the key when it comes to investing. You want to do it on a consistent basis, and you want to stay committed to whatever consistency you have now set in place. The fourth thing to keep in mind is to have the discipline not to look at your portfolio on a daily basis. We do not want to keep looking at our portfolio because the one way to stop investing really quickly is to pay attention or look at your portfolio on a day that the stock market did not do too well. I know it's easy to say because I have paid attention on a particular day when the stock market was down and everything was red. And when I paid attention to my portfolio, needless to say, I had a really bad headache. And that leads me into my fifth and final thing one needs to keep in mind. And that is, do not sell on a whim. Do not get into a place where you looked at your portfolio on a particular day and you saw it in the negative, and because it kept going down in value, you immediately decided to jump ship. I know there are a lot of people out there who around March of 2020 sold quite a few shares. That's when the stock market took a nosedive. You do not want to, at the snap of a finger, sell your stocks and regret selling it. And I say a lot of these things from experience, because there has been a time where I thought, oh my goodness, the stock market is tanking, let me sell. I have sold a particular stock and I had to, or at least when I decided I wanted to buy back into the stock, I was buying at a higher price. So what I've learned is I generally, I'm not going to look at the portfolio on a regular basis, and I'm definitely not going to sell on a whim. I'm going to take my time, because when you look at some of these stocks, if you think about it for a second, yes, the market is tanking, let's say for instance, but is there anything specific to that particular stock that you own that has happened that's in the negative that is causing it to go down? If it's a macro environment where all stocks are going down, you would be wise to just hold on and not sell. Now, I understand if it's more on a level where you found out some not good news about a company, or their earnings were not really good, or let's use another word, they were pretty bad. I can understand if you decide to sell at that point, but even then, we want to try to have a level of conviction that keeps us from just at the snap of a finger selling our stocks. Investing is for the long haul. Investing is putting that money aside for a later date. To me, when I invest, whatever money I have put into the stock market, I generally forget about it. And I'm not saying that I'm rich to the point where I can just forget about money. I'm saying that there's a level of risk that comes or is involved when one is investing. And if you can just stay the course and be patient, it plays out very well in the stock market. If you are patient and you have conviction in a stock and there's nothing negative specific to that stock and the stock market is tanking, you want to take a step back, think before you pull the trigger. Once again, thank you so very much for tuning in to Just Enough Spice. I'm hoping that I've given some information that has been somewhat helpful to someone out there. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and I'll see you on the next one.